You put me on this platform to tell the truth. Speak to me when I be speaking to the youth.
Yo, welcome to the Question Mindset Podcast, home for building a 6, 7, 8 multi-figure mindset through the power of a question. I'm your host, Olivier, or better known as Oliver J. Darcisse. Yeah, today, we focus on questions, we focus on the major aspects of life. And today I got a real purposeful individual here. His name is Jett Wilson. He's a comedian. He does many things. I'm finding new things about him, speaking with him today before we got started. But hey, I want to take you guys on this journey. Today we'll be talking about how to walk with purpose when you feel at moments you can't. And, I feel like my spirit was drawn towards him to, bring him on to have a conversation about this. But before we get into anything, my man Jett, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you. I just met him on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Last Tuesday?
Literally, it's been a full week.
That's what's up, man.
Full
That's what's up. You good dude, bro. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? When I seen the address for the place, I was like, man.
Yeah, everybody says that. Weston, man.
I might as well flew here. I might as well book the flight to Miami.
Definitely.
But it's cool. It's cool to be out here. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Vibing with you, man. I had to pray before we started. I'm not sure if the cameras was running, but I prayed too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
I heard the whole vibe. Let me pray, man. Make sure I say the right things and lead people the right way. I say, God, talk through me.
I appreciate
You know what I'm saying? So, for sure.
So, I know I told the people a little bit about you, but before we get into what you do, why don't you tell the people who you are? Like, when they see Jett Wilson, when they see you, like, who are you as a person?
When you see Jett Wilson, you see a black man, a black straight man that's, that's God-loving, God-fearing. I'm very ambitious. I'm big on perfection. I feel like God lives in me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything I'm doing, sometimes it's going to come off a little, because you got to be like that sometimes, too. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. So we cracked up the surface level. So that's the who. So what makes you different other than God-fearing, ambitious, and things like that? Because anybody can be that. But what makes you different, with all that, what makes you different than other people?
My heart. I got a different heart. My heart is just like, I understand every aspect, every way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand both sides and everything. So I think that's the biggest difference between me and a lot of people, a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand.
Yeah, man. Most people don't even want to get into their heart or anything like that.
No, my heart understands everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it understands the ups, the downs, the disbelief, the belief, whatever you're going through. I'm not saying that we all got the same pain, all the same levels of pain, but whatever you go through, I've been there. So I try to relate to people the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much relatable. Like, yeah,
appreciate that.
Unbelievable at the
my man using every word.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you see the way we all can relate to each other, you be like, man, I've been through that too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I take pride in, just being relatable.
Definitely, I appreciate that. Yeah. So you have that relatability. So going into that, like, what do you do for the most part? Like right now, I know I mentioned you're a comedian.
Yeah,
all you do, or
I'm a dad. The first and third weekend, I'm a physical dad. I'm an in-person dad. The first and third month of every weekend, I'm dad. The first and third weekend of every month, I'm dad. I'm sorry. I'm that the most, and then besides that, man, I'm a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my sad days and my up days, but one thing I do, I try to carry it gracefully. I go through everything gracefully. So
definitely. So you're a father and you go through everything gracefully, things like that. What made you get into being a comedian? Like, I want to get into your journey and your mindset before and after.
Oh, before? Well, I've been doing. I'll be 36 in February. I've been doing stand up since I was 17.
Really?
Yeah, 17 years old. And I've been doing real stand up, like, you know what I'm saying,
like those comedy clubs, like the
I've been in the comedy clubs. Before it was Daniel Improv, it used to be the Hard Rock, Hollywood Hard Rock. Like, I am really like a stand up comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've taken those stand up journeys and just been on the road for a year, 2 years, my mom was like, "What are you doing right now?" like
I can imagine 17. Not most 17-year-olds want to get into that field. So how did that go about? Like, how was your family
Okay.
like when you got into?
When I first started doing, nobody was surprised. Nobody was ever surprised. like, no, it's not something that people was like, "Lil Rodney doing stand up." Like what? Like no, they was expecting me to go into stand up. I've always been the entertainment of my family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything in my family. I've been the most athletic in my family on my mom's side, and I've been the most entertaining on both sides of my family. My brother's funny too, but hey,
but he said it's not like
he's
me.
not.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. Like my brother funny. My brother funny, but when they hang around with me and they hang with my brother is snappy funny, right? But they hang out with me and they be like, "Hey, Tari not really funnier than you." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. So,
His brother said that on his mama's side.
well, oh man, everybody's agreeing with you on your.
It's
Okay, I see.
That's what I do. But I'm just like I'm the heart of everything. Like everybody just they flow through me.
So in that, was it always a good journey? Being a stand-up comedian, making a living, things of that nature. Like how was that? From 17 up until now.
Yeah. I the only person that has ever doubted me was me. I have never.
Oh, that's big, bro.
Yeah, that's the only. I have never ran into somebody that was like, "Nah, maybe you should start working in the warehouse." You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, everybody meet me, say the same thing. Like, man, you next, and I've been hearing it for the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you the next Kevin Hart, and this and that, and I'm like,
hey man,
Kevin a little bit doper than me, but
don't say that, man.
No,
you still got. I mean, I know give credit when it's due.
No,
but
bro,
yeah.
you have to admit where you at in life. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe one day, you know what I'm saying. But at this point, I just feel like there are people that's funnier than me in comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I meet comedians bro. I'm a promoter too. Like I promote comedy shows. I produce comedy shows. I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm a comedian first, but other comedians meet me and they might deal with me and be like, "Nah, Jett, man, you organized this whole thing. You did this, man. Can you put me on the road? Can we do this and this and this?" I'm like, "Yo, it looks good tonight, but are you ready for those nights when it don't look good?" You know what I'm saying? Like, so
what do you mean by that? Like when it doesn't look good?
When the numbers low,
as far as the people coming in, there's only like a few people than usual.
Yeah, the numbers low tonight.
So in that journey, you meet a lot of comedians that get into that journey, into that space, into that field where it's ups and downs. Have you seen where some people kind of get into their head, or they want to walk with that purpose, but it's not really what it's cracked up to be, and they kind of get doubtful? Like, have you seen that before?
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy, man. Maybe this is probably like last year. I did a comedy show, and I ran into a comedian that I started doing comedy with.
Oh wow!
And I seen him, and he was dressed nice. He had on his blazer, his button-up shirt, and everything, and he was looking real good. I'm saying, "Man, bro, you look good. You like you doing your thing, man." He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm an electrician now. I do electrical work." And I was like, "Oh, you're not doing stand-up?" He was like, "No, I'm not doing stand-up, man, but you is, man, and I appreciate you for still doing stand-up, because I want to do stand-up, man, but I just can't." It's like,
did you ask him why, or
he said, "I just can't. He's not getting the same love that I'm getting." You know what I'm saying? So he was like, "I can't do that, man." And, oh man, so I had to go get a job, and on the outside, he looking at me like, "Man, you got it going on. Like, I wish I could be you," but I'm looking at him like, "Man, I wish I had an electrical job." Like,
nah, I mean, for real, because sometimes those things bring stability and things like that. But I definitely feel you.
Yeah, but I have peace though, bro. I have the most peace. Any day I have a bad day and I have something on my mind, I can go out and say it. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, I got it off me.
So do you always walk with that peace? Because I want to get into those moments where you're not feeling so great, because on this journey to success. Because here we talk about the journey in that success, and how can they use your struggles, which you went through, to help them get to that next level. If it's just getting over their emotions, getting over whatever the case may be, that's the purpose for today. So in those moments, you were down. Like, were there moments where you was down? Because you made it seem like it was perfect throughout the whole entire time.
Oh no, I have moments where I'm like, like, damn, like shit, oh God, like, God, what's going on right now? I
Mm-hmm.
have those same moments, but I just don't I don't indulge in them. And I had to learn that too. My cousin told me this. Shout out to my cousin.
Wow.
She told me, she said, hey, you can have your days when you feel down. That's okay. We all have those days. No matter what level you on in life, you're gonna have those days.
I like that.
But she said, don't indulge in it. And I used to indulge in it sometimes. Like, I used to just dive deep into that hurt. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, if I'm being real with you, that's actually one of the biggest problems most people have.
Indulging in it.
Indulging in it.
Let me just lay in this hurt and pain and I'm finna just cry and just, I'm gonna put all this hurt energy instead of taking it and putting it to my mind, my body, my spirit. Even if I was praying during those times.
Yeah.
Which is the easiest thing and it's free.
Bro, for being real with you, because one of the main ways, like you actually said two of my points actually, and how they can walk with purpose when you feel like at times where you can't. The first thing was come from a point of acceptance. Most people don't really, whenever they're sad, whenever they're going through their emotions, yes, you have every right to feel the way you feel, but your response within that is what you really need to work on. Most people come from that, and like you said, that indulging. They're just, I'm never gonna do this, or this is not. I'm not gonna get where I need to be. Things like that. What I learned is when you come from a point where, hey, I understand, I feel like crap right now because this happened, because either I did this or this, so and so did this, so and so said this. I felt a certain way, and this is what the result is. But when you come from a point where, hey, I understand it, what do I need to do next to get me to that point where I need to be? What is that one thing, or what one thing that I can do that sums up the majority of that sums up the majority of the result in getting me to that location? So coming from a point of acceptance, and the next thing that I say is giving it to God at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's the cheapest way to go too. It's the cheapest
way. It's
way.
the most value, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Value.
Yo, you want a good fast haircut? Or you want a slow, expensive haircut? You ever seen those? You ever go to get a haircut? You like want a good and fast, slow and expensive, or you want it like, bro, take it to God, like,
bro,
whatever you praying to, because there's something greater than yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, like, man, I felt that way so many times. Oh man, I still live through that. Even if I have a good show, I used to find a way to break me down. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I used to find a way to break me down.
How did that come about? Like,
I'm thinking, I'm running my mind all day, so I'm
okay,
like,
this better.
why did you say that? You know how many times I've said that to myself randomly, to nobody else, just me, just me. Just why did you say that? Like, what was you? What? Huh?
Is it like when you was crowd working, or
just eating, just my mindset at the time, whatever.
That's crazy.
Just whatever.
That's crazy.
I could be ordering a Wendy's 4 for $4. Why did you say that to that lady? Like, what? Like, huh? Like,
oh, I can tell. I can tell how it be. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Like, what were you thinking? But
definitely.
It's cool, bro.
So in that journey, you started from when you were 17. You had your ups and downs.
Still having ups and downs. It's forever. It's not like.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna forever be up. Yeah.
Yeah, because one day I'm gonna be on a level where it's like, okay, now you're at this level now, so you still have to keep proving yours until I learn to just like, hey, I'm happy with life, man. I got a lot of good stuff going on in my regular when I'm not on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, my regular, just the people around me.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's a lot of good people around me. I think. A lot of my lessons, it was like self-learned. I don't think my parents could have taught me how to get through what I've been through.
You know
what I'm saying? So it's just.
That's real. So what was the biggest lesson that you said that you pretty much taught yourself or you picked up along the way?
Life goes on.
Go deeper. What do you mean? What do you
life
mean by
goes,
life goes
no
on?
matter what's happening, no matter if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, if I'm glad, like, no matter what happens, the world keeps going through grief, through happiness. It's gonna keep going. So I had to learn that. 'Cause a lot of times I used to think, man, the world ain't gonna stop for me right now. Like, like y'all don't see what world. You don't see what I'm going through world. Like
lately, whenever I've get in those moments where I'm down, and whether you want to cry, whether you want to punch some crap, whatever the case may be, the main thing that I looked at, or I kind of did, most people use that to try to seek attention so they can feel like the world is not moving unless they feel better. What I learned is that once I, come from that point of acceptance, come from that and just work on it with God and myself, that I get to work through what you just said. So when was the time where you kind of, when did you initially realize that? Was that recently? Was that, way back then, or?
Wow. Shit, I was 30 years old when I realized that. I was 30 years old. So
Damn.
I was 30. Like, I didn't realize, I thought the world revolved around me. Like, even today, I still kind of feel like it does, because anywhere I go, any room I go to, they like, I feel like I create the energy in the room, and you'll hear it all the time anywhere I go, anywhere. But it was when I was 30 when my best friend got killed. He got killed. Yeah, he got killed. He was killed. He was killed.
Point blank. Yeah.
Got killed. And I thought everybody was gonna be like, oh my God, like, oh, we have to shut down for Rodney and Red today. Like, we have to shut the world. Everybody, And I walked around Fort Lauderdale. I couldn't even fly into Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
I was in Atlanta, and I was like, if I go into Fort Lauderdale, I'm gonna go to a dark space. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking dark. Like, it's gonna be real fucking. I can't.
Yeah, because that's where everything happens.
Yeah, so I can't. I don't want to go down there. If I go down there, you know what I'm saying?
I might do something.
Yeah, like anybody could. Like,
I feel you.
Like,
I
But I was like, you know what, man? Life goes on, and I it's so crazy. I have an audio from him. He was like, yo, to be walking around here sad, stressed out, crying every day, you messing up on life.
Damn.
He said you effing up on life, but he's like, you messing up on life, man. Like, whatever, man. Let it go. And I saved that audio. I don't know why I saved that audio that day, but that when he said that, I just kept listening to it. I still listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
You still have it to this day.
I still have that audio to this day. It's me and Red on the phone. The phone, I had two phones.
Yeah.
I was being bad. You know what I'm saying? I had two phones.
Of course,
yeah. So the phone on my chest, I'm recording it, talking to Red, and he was like, man, you messing up on life, man. I was stressing out by the girl at the time. I'm real emotional when it comes to women, so it was.
Yeah,
I'm bad.
Like you said, when you have a good heart, man.
Yeah.
When you have a good heart, you love big.
Yeah, love big, love
down,
crazy.
Yeah.
My friends call me crazy innocent. They like, oh, Jett ain't really crazy. He really innocent crazy. He ain't gonna do nothing crazy. He just gonna. He's just innocent crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I had
you sound like you have like a lot of family around you that support you in all of it.
A lot of family, a lot of friends, a lot of fans. I had to learn how to separate them, and they are all very supportive of what I got going on. I don't have no big crazy following on social media. It's not a big crazy following. I don't have no big skits. I don't cut skits. None of that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not me.
Yeah, it's just stand up, man.
Yeah,
just stand up, promotion, and everything.
Yeah,
like,
I do stand up comedy and take care of my son, and I'm a great boyfriend. I'm not a husband yet. I'm a great boyfriend.
Hey, one day you never know. Might be,
yeah. I'm a great boyfriend, and that's that. I've always been loved. Then I didn't experience this part of life late in life as far as being loved and being like I've always been popular and stuff like that. So I'm not ugly. So that's another major thing, and I have to deal with that.
So how did you build that love with you and your fans and things like that? Like you mentioned, you had a good heart. What more did you do that you didn't realize? But hey, maybe this is it.
Just be humble enough. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
elaborate. What do you mean by what
like
does
humble
being humble look like for you?
Like being humble enough is me knowing that okay, I'm doing these big shows, but at the time when Cafe 54 was still open, I would still go to Cafe 54 and perform comedy. You know what I'm saying? I was still going to Fortunes. I was bringing major acts to Fortunes. If you're from Fort Lauderdale, you know about Fortunes. My cousin has a restaurant on Sixth Trunk. I still go up in there, sitting there with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know my name is a lot bigger in Fort Lauderdale than any other city that I go to. But I'm still just like, hey, we're gonna still vibe, And then if you go out of town and see me out of town, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm still gonna be representing the city. You know, just
And that's one thing that most people don't have down pat in this world. Like I had did a podcast with some other people, and I put a lot on social media. I put a lot as far as me in the church or me doing this, me in real estate, and just me just in the gym, just showing who I am. And they said something that resonated with me that I didn't take into appreciation until you said that. What they told me was, hey, what they saw on social media, they thought it was a front. They was like, you're the same exact person, like your goofiness, your how funny I am, like whatever the case may be. And that's one thing that most people need to get down pat. They either show a front on that social media, or in person they're just all over the place.
It's like a social mental health now, because people don't have to really be in person no more. They can just do everything from home, and then when they coming out, it's just like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? I worked with a lot of comedians like that. That's been like different in person than they are online. You know what I'm saying? Like totally different. You feel me? And I'm like, I'm sitting back like, wait a minute. Like
who's this
yeah,
guy?
Man, I'm sitting up here being the real me. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. Like, we gonna vibe. It's not too many comedians that'll look at my page and be like, oh no, Jett's not like that. They're gonna look at my page and say, oh no, he's like that for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the happy Jett to the protective mad Jett, he's just the same exact person. So
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. So I want you to give some people, what is one takeaway that you can give them, to be as clear as you are today, and in those times when they're down, to get up, to get them out of that slump, to push forward to where they want to be. What is one thing that you would give them to charge all of that?
Okay. I would tell them, I would give them this, that today is not forever. You know what I'm saying? What I was going through on certain days, I'm 30. I'll be 36 in February, right? I have experienced every black stereotype for a black man. So like everything from a black man. Been to jail, lost your best friend to gun violence, you got a baby mama, like all this stuff.
Every black, that's crazy.
My dad in jail, every black stereotype. My mom and dad not together. I have experienced every black stereotype. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that that's not it. It's bigger than that. Like whatever I've been through, it's gonna this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be over soon. I ain't gotta worry about it. Like put it in God's hands, let it go. I've been evicted before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
everything.
Yeah, like whatever you want to say black, I've been there. I'm a drug dealer. Like whatever. Like
hey, that's who we are.
Been to jail, like every stereotype about a black man I've been there, but I still I rise. Like Maya Angelou say, like I'm still gonna keep pushing, keep my head forward, keep my head straight up. It's gonna pass. Yeah. So just keep working through it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even where I want to be at yet. They gonna look back on this one day and say, "Damn, he's bigger than this now. You bigger than this now." You know what I'm saying? And you gonna probably try to upgrade your studio, but I'm gonna say, "Nah, man, stay there. Man, stay there. Let the money come through there, bro. Yeah, let the money come through there. Like it's cool.
I appreciate that.
For sure, bro.
I appreciate that.
For sure.
So hey, y'all heard it first. Everything is going to pass. Just put your head down. Be humble. At the end of the day, come from acceptance. Give it to God. And at the end of the day, you're going to get to where you need to be. My name is Olivier J. Darcy's helping you do life well with my man, Jett Wilson.
Yo.
Peace.
Love.